This will unlock the Lakers. Fresh off of their first win of the season, one of the new additions to the team has been making his presence felt every time he steps on the court, and his energy has been so infectious that his mere presence ignites Laker runs. So it has some Laker fans wondering, might it be time for a lineup change? What's good? I'm Okechi Apakama, and this is the Lakers Digest coming to another video. Before we get into everything we have for you, I just remind you guys to subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, because we are in the beginning of Lakers season and it is very exciting over here. So if you guys don't want to miss any of that action, make sure you guys are subscribed to Lakers Digest. Now, with that out of the way, let's hop straight into the topics we have for you with Marcus Smart making his impact known. So the Lakers were able to get their first victory of the season against the Minnesota Timberwolves in blowout fashion, and obviously due in large part to Luka Doncic and his 49 points. Austin Reaves was a big help with the double-double as well, and then Hachimura pitched in with 23 points himself. But there were other guys on the roster who were making their impact known and felt, and without even scoring that much. And one of those guys is Marcus Smart, who was really just making an impact there. It was a plus 24, a plus 24 with these stats right here. So that's, he only had 3 points in that game, had 1 3-pointer and 1 assist, but he was plus 24 in his minutes, which means anytime that he was on the floor, the Lakers were a positive plus 24 in that margin. So Marcus Smart really doing some things for the Lakers on the defensive side of the ball, just really making a huge impact for a team that really needs some defensive pieces, especially after losing Anthony Davis, but also to start the season without not having LeBron James, who is more of a defensive captain back there, a guy that can call out coverages, do a lot of things for you, but you need some of those dogs, those perimeter dogs up in front. And we just mostly had Jared Vanderbilt, and he wasn't really healthy for most of last season, but now you add him and Marcus Smart into the equation, and the Lakers are starting to see some promise there on the defensive side of the ball. And some of his other teammates are really talking him up here, as Austin Reaves after the game was talking about Marcus Smart being a plus 24, and he said that bench group was big for us. They guarded at a high level, and he was saying other things that like Marcus Smart would be willing to put his body on the line for certain plays and steals. There was a moment in the game where Marcus Smart stole the basketball, but then he just wasn't able to corral the ball. So, but just effort plays like that really make a difference for this Laker team. And like I said, they don't have many defensive tools on their roster. So having a guy like Marcus Smart who can get some part to that elite level that he was at all, that NBA Defensive Player of the Year level that he was a couple seasons ago, if you can get close to that level, the Lakers can really gain a boost. And this may even lead JJ Redick to maybe think of a lineup change or something of that nature. But it's still 2 games in the season, and I do think JJ Redick is probably going to trot out these starters for a little bit. So I don't think he's going to make something probably the next game. But however, he is going to have to maybe even look even harder, because Marcus Smart has really been making a case for himself in these early couple of games here. And just taking a look at just some other things. So this is what Marcus Smart said after the game, and he said stats just aren't going to do me justice. And he was talking about how he only went 1 for 2, had 2 steals and a rebound, but there was so much that Marcus Smart was doing, especially against Anthony Edwards and on that side of the ball, and just guarding, being able to guard these high level perimeter players. He's got that in his bag, and he's also has just a way that he's got just, you know, we've become known to the antics and just everything that Marcus Smart has done in the past. But some of the refs are kind of like used to this in that nature, and that kind of helps Marcus Smart in some cases, because he's able to pick up a lot of offensive fouls on screenings and just different things of that nature, just because of how Marcus Smart plays defense. So just that erratic and crazy nature can really be a positive at times, just because it really leads Marcus Smart to gain the Lakers more possessions. And that is really the big part of having Marcus Smart on the floor, is because he just gives the Lakers a lot of extra possessions on that side of the ball. And that kind of gets me to my next point of just where this is all leading to, as a starting lineup change. And now currently the Lakers, obviously we don't have LeBron James in the starting lineup, and when he comes back he will be input into the starting lineup. But for right now, the 5th starter is Gabe Vincent, and it came to a lot of surprise that a lot of people that Gabe Vincent was a starter, but he, in the preseason, he was the best, I think, role player in the preseason, and he showed a lot of shooting paralysis that a lot of guys on the roster do not have. So on the offensive side of the ball, it makes kind of some sense there because Gabe Vincent is able to take up some ball handling responsibilities and be able to shoot with movement. So that's why I think they went that route. But Marcus Smart is just slowly and inching making his case to be known, because if he's able to give the Lakers some extra possessions on the defensive side of the ball, that is a whole different brand of basketball for the Los Angeles Lakers, and can get them out to early transitions and easy layups and just a lot of runouts for this squad. I mean, just take a look at this play that Marcus Smart has on Anthony Edwards in just this game, and rips the ball away from him, and then just while on the ground makes the pass to Austin Reaves for the finish. And his impact is just really also firing the team up and doing things of that nature. And then also, obviously, you can knock down a shot as well. So this is probably what he has more value than a guy like Jared Vanderbilt, because Jared Vanderbilt doesn't really have that kind of capability to hit an outside shot with respectable nature, because Marcus Smart is a guy that you kind of have to close out to, because if he's hot, you're going to need to make sure that he's not making threes and be another guy that can burn you on the floor, because Lakers already have guys like Rui Hachimura, Jake LaRavia, Gabe Vincent on the roster, all these other three-point shooters that can knock down shots. And then if you add another guy like Marcus Smart into the picture, and you're able to add on the stuff that he does defensively, that really can boost the Lakers' value up so much. And this is still a team that doesn't have their full slate of guys, because LeBron James, who has not played a game yet this season and is probably not going to play a game probably somewhere till like mid-November. We'll see with the sciatica diagnostics, but this really looks good for the Los Angeles Lakers in this early part of the season, and this is the lighter part in the schedule. So if the Lakers are able to sneak off of wins here, just here and there, and do it with effort and energy with the defense led by a guy like Marcus Smart, then we can start to see some benefiting plays and just fun plays, just things like this. This happened in the last game. This is all due to Marcus Smart, just him just wreaking havoc, getting the steal, getting to Austin Reaves, and then now showtime with Rui Hachimura with the slam. So just plays like that is what makes Marcus Smart so invaluable. And just some of those things, like I said, don't really show up too much on the stat sheet. Yeah, the steal does, but he doesn't get the assist and he doesn't get the score on that. But Marcus Smart created that whole entire play by himself, just because of the energy that he gave on that side of the ball. So there is probably going to be some more evidence that we're going to get here in these next couple of games here. So the Lakers are going to play the Sacramento Kings next, and if Marcus Smart continues to play this well, then it's going to force JJ Redick's hand and the coaching staff even more that Marcus Smart needs to be a starter here. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys have a different opinion of who do you think the starter should be. Do you think it should still stay the same and see what we got with Gabe Vincent, or do you think Lakers should make a change and input Marcus Smart just because of how much energy and effort and just how well that he's been playing in that on that side of the ball there? So let us know in the comments down below. And just one more thing for us, guys, there is still 53% of you who have recently watched your videos who are not yet subscribed to the channel. If you guys want more of that Laker news, Laker updates, trade rumors, game recaps, just every and all things LA Lakers, you guys want to come right here to Lakers Digest. Now, I've been your host, Okechi Apakama, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.